Today's guest chef is Jennifer Hughes, a well-rounded, experienced, chef-trained, been in the business at a very young age, graduated the Albany Votech culinary program, worked at the Shipyard restaurant on Everett Road as well as Cafe Capriccio. Cafe Capriccio, where she was chef, ended up at Cafe Madison with the Vigalucci family. Now she's at the Point Restaurant and Lounge as well as the Cafe Madison. She has a master cuisines on the menu. It's an infusion of flavors. She's known for risottos and fish entrees. Welcome, Chef Jen. Chef Jen, welcome to the Test Kitchen.
Welcome, thank you very much.
Your U.S. Food Service Culinary Challenge has to do with 3 different proteins that I put out for you.
Right.
A Frenched veal chop, a beef choice culotte steak, as well as a Copper River trout.
Copper River trout.
I know that you're famous for your salads, your innovation with fish. I want to see some really exciting things there.
Right.
But also, I want to see you take these items and incorporate them into salad entrees.
Salad entrees, all right.
Let me show you the list of ingredients.
All right.
And the secret ingredient is imported Italian porcini mushrooms from our friends at Food Innovations.
All right.
You have 30 minutes to complete your task. Your time starts now. So first thing chef's grabbing is both the veal chop and the culotte. So she's got some jicama as well as looks like a handful of herbs. She's got a hot pan on and it looks like she's seasoning with salt and black pepper, both the culotte as well as the veal loin chop. So she's squeezing some lemon onto that. She did a little extra virgin olive oil. She's gonna hit that right onto the grill. This is perfect summer cuisine. Nice. So she's taking the culotte, which has a little more connective tissue in it, and she's marinating that a little longer than she did just that brief rub and oil on that veal chop. So she's gonna rub that oregano and garlic right into that culotte steak. So she just grabbed that Copper River trout. So now she's got some cilantro that she's chopping up with a couple more cloves of fresh garlic. So again, she's taking a cilantro, garlic, sea salt, and putting it right on the trout. That is some extra virgin olive oil and roasted garlic blend that she just put on that fish as well. And again, that's going to give it a really nice nutty flavor. She'll let that set for a few minutes. It takes a few minutes, maybe 15 minutes or so, but she doesn't have a ton of time to be able to infuse those flavors into that fish. Again, always adding, acidulating some acid. Those also break down the tissues, infuse flavor at the same time. Looks like she's going to do something with the jicama and potatoes. So as you can see where she's diced that up, she's going to throw it into some hot water. Oh, so it's going to be like kind of a jicama mashed potato. That's pretty cool. Nice grill marks on that chop, chef. Just so you know, 5 minutes have passed. So next she's cutting up some red peppers, bell peppers. And again, as you see her cut, you can see where she's kind of already figuring out what sides of the pepper to use to add to the ingredients list. She took all the pith out, that's all the stuff that's holding the seeds, all that goes out. She's just using the exterior skin and some of that meat. So in a stainless bowl, she's putting the peppers, that roasted garlic and olive oil mixture. So now she's looks like she's gonna marinate this a little bit in some rice wine vinegar and again, a little more oregano. She's gonna stay on that Mesoamerican dish with those types of seasonings. Now she's squeezing a fresh lime. So it looks like this is all gonna end up on the grill. Some of my favorite flavor profiles come off the grill with that al fresco flavor, all that charring. That's a nice technique. She's using the shape of that bowl after seasoning and just tossing all that product in there. So now she's got the veal chop working, the culotte is marinating, the wild trout is marinating. Now she's going for the porcinis, so it's imported Italian porcinis. That's going to be a nice, meaty, mushroom chew. So next she grabbed a baguette. Again, the challenge was to create some salad entrees. I could see her mind working in that direction, using a lot of the bits and pieces that we have here. She's going to actually grill those in the pan. So again, the olive oil blend with roasted garlic in the hot skillet. So it looks like she's going to have a whole array of grilled vegetables. Again, she tosses those gently in all those seasonings. That's a beautiful look right there. Look at the freshness. So she's got a nice color on those red onions. Chef, 10 minutes have gone by. So in a hot pan, she just added those porcini mushrooms. That's a little extra virgin olive oil that went into that pan, and the mushrooms followed. She's got some cracked black peppercorn, monarch spices, as well as some sea salt from Roland. Okay, that culotte looks like it's about ready. Oh. She's just churning both the culotte and the trout fillet so they get the right amount of marinade. The smoke and char coming off this is going to be incredible. That's a piece of work of art right there, just looking at that on the grill. Dumping the jicama and potatoes, letting those steam. It's just took them out of the water, letting them steam out. Looks like that culotte's going to go right on the grill next. Beautiful color on that baguette. Now in that hot skillet, it looks like she's going to add that trout fillet, making sure that she keeps those vegetables moving around so the heat gets to them, but keeps them al dente. Now she's having some garlic cloves. That's going to go right in with the jicama and mashed potato. That's comfort food at its best. She's adding a little bit of that marinade from the culotte right onto it. Great knife work, chef. She's adding her seasonings right to the potatoes, throwing those onions in, tossing it around. That's really cool, almost like a home fry. She's got those big steak planks with the onions, garlic, all went right into a skillet. It's gonna cook that up, brown it up. So she's taking all the grilled vegetables off the grill. She's again tossing it back in that marinade so it gets nice and coated, gets the seasonings on there. She just flipped it. It's got nice grill marks on the culotte. Smells outstanding. Again, a little more marinade on that culotte. Chef, we're at the halfway point. So she just put the potato jicama salad into the oven, let that brown up. Oh, nice. She just added some sunflower seeds and just a spritz of the unseasoned rice wine vinegar. So she's cutting those into big rondelles, and I think what she's probably gonna do is season those and maybe grill those. So she's got the porcini mushrooms that she's got off to the side, the veal chop, which is French, bone-in French. She's also got the culotte working, as well as the Copper River trout. So she just flipped those tomato rondelles, again seasoned with extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. Got some nice grill marks on that. Again, it's going to bring out the sugar, the caramelization is going to bring out the sugar in the tomatoes. Okay, now the wild caught Copper River trout is being put on the grill. You can just hear the hiss. All that marination is being seared right into the fish, and it's infusing those flavors right into the meat. Chef's after my own heart. She's peeling off this cucumber. It looks like she's going to do something with caper berries and cucumbers. That would be a very nice side dish. So it's going to be a salad of tomatoes, the frisee, the baby arugula, the baby basil, the micro basil. Again, it's a very Mediterranean dish she's making right now. It's going to have a lot of pungent flavors with the caper berries, with all those pepper finishes from the baby arugulas and stuff. She's pulling out the veal chop. That's coming out now. Now she's shaking up that jicama and potato salad. That stays right in the oven. The veal she's pulled, she's letting that relax. So the pencil asparagus out of the steamer goes right into those porcini mushrooms. Chef, it's 3 minutes. She's awfully casual right now. No pressure. She just hit that with a little bit of that white truffle oil. Poetry. So she put a little bit of heat to it with those porcini mushrooms and the baby asparagus, the pencil asparagus. So she's got some pine nuts in with that baby arugula. And just a kiss of extra virgin olive oil. Again, that fruitiness, a little bit of that pepper finish is going to give it the flavor it needs. It looks like she's made her selection, and here comes the plating. So first and foremost, she's got that jicama and potato salad. It's got the onions and garlic all infused right into there. She's got the natural jus coming out of into the pan right onto that chop. Beautiful. And the secret ingredient, the porcini mushrooms and asparagus, just kind of napping over it. Thank you. Oh, now she's got the crostini, the baguettes that she grilled in the pan, doing some kind of a cross. Oh, here you go, the microgreen salad, all the vegetables that were grilled. Oh yes, that's the cucumber, haricot vert. We've got the caper berries in there. That was the grape tomatoes. Beautiful looking salad. A little drizzle of balsamic glaze. And that looks good. She's got the microgreens with the pignolis, those are the pine nuts. Here's the grilled vegetables. Chef, you're down to the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Chef Jen,
Thank you very much.
awesome job.
Thank you.
I watched your mind working through the different ingredients list. I love the way you had taken the challenge of salad entrees and brought them to a different place. I love the idea of the jicama and roasted onions, garlic, and of course the potatoes. That's a warm salad that's just begging for more attention. And the way you paired it up with the mystery ingredient, brilliant. The big question is, how does it taste?
Big question.
I'm going to start with that,
You go.
because that, excuse me, is just begging for attention. When I look at the complexity of this, obviously there's a lot of Mediterranean overtones with your caper berries, your tomatoes. I mean, this is, from a salad standpoint, this in itself is a dish with the haricot vert and the cucumber.
It's on the basil microgreens. Kind of explode in your mouth.
The flavor is outstanding. And the caper gives it just enough saltiness to counteract the brightness and the heat you get from the arugula. Really nice. And this, Copper River trout. Again, this is an item that's upcoming and very, very popular.
Very, very light. My,
It's
you
a,
don't want to overpower it, you know?
it was a perfect pairing. Next is the culotte. Now, again, grilled vegetables. Now you've got the arugula, grilled vegetables. You gotta have some of that onion. Ton of flavor, absolute ton of flavor.
It's like a mixed grilled salad. All kinds of grilled veggies. Just olive oil, lemon, and the marinade from the veggies as a dressing.
It's absolutely delicious. Oh yes, the grilled tomato. It works wonderfully, you're right. It's a mixed grill. It's got a little bite to it. And with the seasonings and the natural flavors coming out of each of the components, it's like a really well-seasoned dish.
Pretty good.
I love this idea of the potatoes and, excuse me, the potatoes and the jicama. Very similar, but they have one's got a crunch, the other. It's just a really nice blend of flavors. It's a beautiful warm salad. Of course, these porcinis.
They got the white truffle on them. They are good.
They are absolutely delicious. And the veal, cooked to perfection. Now that natural pan jus that came out of that pan, I mean, the color of it is like honey. It's incredible.
Thank you.
Awesome job.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you
you.
for having me.